It was a really poor performance from us, almost right for the kick-off. We just looked a mile off it. Alloa played very well, but I think we made them look so much better than just with our pressing wasn't there. We were sitting off, allowing them to play through us, and it just comes down to communication. We've got so many boys and some decent experienced players in there and need to open their mouths and actually try and help some of these younger boys at the minute, and we're not doing that. We're just accepting it, so we have to work as hard as we can to sort it out. Obviously the Irn Bru Cup certainly wasn't a priority, but you want to actually get a good performance going into a league game after a poor league start, so hopefully we'll work them again on Thursday and try and get a reaction for another massive game.
Was your first half change in the 26th minute, was that injury or tactical?
No, it was to change tactical because we were getting past the death. The way Alloa were playing, they basically went with a front four there at times, and we had a back three, and we were getting outnumbered obviously. We were getting in behind far too often, so we changed it a wee bit. It's a bit harsh on Kyle Banner. It was nothing to do with how he was playing, but we had to make it to try and make us more solid, which ultimately didn't really happen because we conceded 2 goals afterwards. And I think it's just down to individual mistakes. The first one, Jordan Allen gets done with the most simple bit of movement, where the winger plays it across, standing unmarked, taps it in. The second one, just the ball from the halfway line over the top behind Ross McGeechy, doesn't react again, and again he just taps it across and standing spare in the middle. But that's been the sort of play we've had so far at the beginning of the season. Clyde and Saturday as well, goals we're conceding, so we'll be making sure that we're working on that. We'll be showing the boys the video, because it's all well me telling them what to do. They need to see these basic mistakes that they're making, and we'll sit and go through it for as long as we need to not to single people out, but to help them. They're making silly basic errors that are so avoidable, and we need to get that out of our game to give ourselves any chance.
And a trip up to Elgin to look forward to on Saturday.
That's the following week. We're at Edinburgh this week.
Oh, so, sorry, Edinburgh.
Yeah, so it's difficult games. They're coming thick and fast, and the form that we're showing at the minute, we'll get turned over if we perform like that. I mean, like we performed what we did in Saturday against Clyde. So I know we're better than that. We've got players, good players, to come back and push the squad. And I said to the guys in there, I says, if I want you to make it hard for me for when these guys come back to make a decision, to bring them back in, but at the minute they're making it so easy that these guys will walk back into the team. So we certainly need reaction. We all need to be better. Myself, I've signed these guys, I'm accountable of course, so we have to work hard as we can together to get ourselves out of this predicament. But I suppose the one shining light is it's the beginning of the season. It's not a disaster, but if it continues this way, it can soon become one.
We saw the 2 Darrens out before the game. How close are they, Dave, to coming back?
Yeah, they're pretty close. I'd imagine probably more for the Peterhead game actually before the Elgin game. So yeah, Darren Smith will probably do a bit of training on Thursday. He's maybe slightly ahead of Darren Barr, but they're both pretty close and champing at a bit, I'm sure, to get back involved.
And you talked before, new additions were looking unlikely. That remains the case.
I think so, yeah. It's very unlikely unless Andy comes to us and tells us we can sign our players for free. Then it looks very unlikely, unfortunately. But I know we've got better in that dressing room. We can play better without a doubt, individually and collectively. And at the minute we're not quite showing that, but I've still got belief that we'll turn that around, and we can turn that around soon.
No Neil McLaughlin, was he with Motherwell tonight?
Yeah, he was involved with Motherwell. I seen he never actually got on, so it's a little bit disappointing that we couldn't use him, but it's not going to make a difference when you defend like that and concede the goals that we have. Say at half time to come out and get a reaction, start well, make sure we don't do anything silly and we get caught 30 yards for goal, dallying in the ball and concede a goal after 45 seconds, and it's game over obviously after that. But I suppose it showed a little bit of fight, but it's easy to do that when you're 3-0 down. The pressure's off, and sometimes the game becomes easier when it's like that, and Alloa maybe take their foot off the gas a little bit. So no paper and any cracks. It was a poor 90 minutes.